Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Holmgard. Today is episode 13, and today we are starting off in the industrial area. So, as you can see, I have bones and gold, and I have shops for these two, and they are doing pretty well. But I have a lot of iron and a lot of slime. As you can see, I have a lot of slime. All of these chests are full of slime. And over here, all of these chests are full of iron. So yeah, I have quite a bit of iron and stuff, and so I think we should start off this episode with a time lapse in the shopping area of building shops for these two things, and I have a pretty cool plan for how to tie them together. I hope that you all enjoyed the time lapse, and I'm actually really happy with how this build turned out. The roof up there looks kinda weird, but as I fall off the cliff, and there isn't really much I can do about that. And I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. The bushy leaves really help with this build as well, but yeah, I'm definitely going to go through here and terraform this cliff face and just terrain around the area more because it doesn't look the best, but could definitely use with some changes. I did a little bit of interior, if you could even call that a bit. I need to do a lot more decoration, but that's just all I could come up with in the time being during the time lapse. And then I've also stocked the place up with plenty of iron blocks. And yeah, this bottom chest is empty, but yeah, I'm also charging 3 diamonds per stack, which I think is a pretty good deal as well. I collected some diamonds from the gold shop as well, which has been a success as well. And then down here, the slime shop. I don't have any sales down here, but I've also stocked this up with plenty of slime blocks and stuff just in case people want to buy some of that. And otherwise, I'm really happy with the look of this shop and also the bit of storytelling that it has. So it's kind of cool, just the factory, then this giant pipe leaking out sewage into the ocean. I'm not really sure why there's a lone nether portal here, but whatever, things happen like that. So yeah, I don't know. This place could definitely use with some terraforming just to clean the pipe connection up and just make this look a lot better, but otherwise I would say that this has been a pretty cool shop so far. This next little section of the video is starting off in a pretty weird looking place that you probably haven't seen before, but this is the Wooden Gears Piglin bartering farm. So he is building a piglin bartering farm, as I said earlier, and he needs some help with it. So in the last episode, I set up the Redstone Ranger shop, and he has hired me to build him a dropper vader. It's not much of a project, but it is still a project, so I need to hook up this dropper up to here, and then have it sort the items out. He's going to handle the item sorters though, so all I have to do is just build the dropper vader, so I'm going to do that quick. I have now finished the dropper vader, and here is the underside of the piglins. So the piglins are standing on blocks with hopper minecarts beneath them, so when they drop their items, it'll then get sucked up by the hopper minecarts into the hoppers, into the chests, which will then all be funneled towards this dropper vader. So whenever there is an item in this dropper, the comparator reads that signal, repeater boosts the signal to 15, it then gets subtracted, then gets subtracted by the comparator, which then makes a clock. This observer detects the clock, or this turning on and off, which then pulses the observers, and because droppers are full blocks, they power the block below them and above them. So you're able to do something like this, where you can have in every other gap, then you just have a line of observers going all the way up, where then on the top side here, it just goes all the way up into the ceiling there, where then there's a hopper line above these hoppers, which will then sort out the items. So that is a job well done for the wooden gear. We are back at my storage system. It's been a good couple episodes since I built this place, and I know that I said that I would get the sorters in, but I haven't quite yet. And I think I've been putting off this task for long enough. It just seems very daunting having to build so much redstone out the back here, but you know what? I think I'm just going to sit down and get it done. But I should always give credit where credit is due. This is a design by Metamilo. He designed it with a group of people, but he's the tutorial that I'm watching. I will leave a link in the description for him, and I hope that you enjoy the time lapse. A lot of time and effort has gone into building this thing, so I am very happy with how it turned out. Very happy. So, as I said, I will have a link to the tutorial that I used in the description of the video if you are interested. And basically how these work is that each one of these double chests is a filter. So I can put like 2 items of anything. So like if I were to put like just take out 1 item and put in 2 iron blocks here, anytime an iron block goes through the system, this item filter will filter it out and put it into the chest below, and I can have like also, let's just say like 2 diorite and then like 2 andesite, whatever, and it'll all filter it out. And it's a really cool system, and it works pretty well. So, and then all I have here is that I hooked up those barrels that I had by my portal, with an item elevator, and then this is an item defragmenter, this system here. Pretty much what it's supposed to do, if I can actually parkour. What it's supposed to do is slow down the rate that the items come in to a little slower than hopper speed. So the thing can work at hopper speed for single items, but between items it needs time to process that. But the way that I have the barrels set up, they do work at hopper speed, so I probably don't need that item defragmenter, but I'm still just going to leave it in there just in case, because you never know. And yeah, so I have both sides hooked up, and then all that I have here is the item overflow, so any items that don't make it through the system, or any items that the system fills up with, will end up into this chest. My next task that I need to do is actually set up these item filters. So the main thing that I'm going to keep in mind is that this side here filters first, so all the items go through this first. So all the items that I have the most of, or that I'm going to use the most, I should put in these chests just so I cause less lag with flashing redstone and whatever. And then here I have the bulk storage as well, so any items that go through there will happen. And then any items that I'm probably never going to use or put through the storage system, I will put in this chest. So I'm going to spend a bit of time setting up these filters. A lot of progress has been made. So I have filled in the entire storage system, and I've made a couple changes as well. I've added some clocks so I know when it's day or night, which is pretty useful. I've added some beds here and stuff, and I still have a couple shulker boxes laying around, like my terracotta and stuff, and then down here I just have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that I haven't gotten to yet. Here I have the chests of stuff. So this first column is all the redstone stuff, and second column is wood, and I have a lot of wood here. Next is more wood stuff, so the overflow I need to add all the trapdoors, doors and stuff. I don't have any of that stuff yet. Next is the riches stuff, so ores and all that stuff. This is what I have the most of. It's actually pretty full. Here are mob drops. I have a lot of that. Plant stuff, dirt, and just landscaping detail stuff. I have a lot of that, and also I've started packing shulker boxes of dirt. Probably will ditch the diorite and compact most of the stuff into more shulker boxes, but I haven't gotten to that yet. Here is nether stuff. Lots of nether stuff. Lots of netherrack specifically. And then up here, these are just filter items that I still have, and then unstackables mainly. And then here I have all my shulker boxes that I've emptied. These all were full of stuff. And then here is stone. So all of these chests here are full of stone. All of these are full of stone. And then here's what I have left with some more shulker boxes of stone. In total, I have 21 shulker boxes of stone. I have some gravel. I have some sand. I also put my red sand up here. I also have some cobblestone. Granite, I have that much of it. And andesite, I have that much of it. On this side, I have more unstackables. Lots of diamond horse armor, surprisingly. Here's my backup bow that I put mending on. Currently, I use infinity because it's just better. Here is more unstackable stuff, some totems as well. Then here's my head collection, and I have the wooden gears head in here as well. And then animal heads and stuff. Here I already showed you that. Here are just my dump chests that I have so far. This is just random junk that I had. Here are the miscellaneous chests, so glass bottles, like anything I didn't really have a place for. Color chest, so this is all the rainbow stuff. Here's like the monochrome stuff. Don't ask me why there's a dispenser in there. And then here's more, and then here's like colored glass panes and carpets. And yeah, then the rest of these are empty for expansion and stuff. And all I do is I just put stuff in the barrels. They work their way up here, which I already showed in the time lapse. But I had to do an upgrade to this system down here by adding some more hoppers to connect to the dropper vader again, because adding all these items literally took me all day to do. And it was very, very slow, but I did get it done eventually. So now this area up here where I had my old storage system is finally empty. It's currently nighttime, but over here I've taken down all the chests and stuff. I still have all my old stuff, and also a trader llama has now fallen into this pit with my chicken. Yeah, I removed everything up here, so I finally have that, and I think it's a pretty ceremonial time, I guess, is breaking the nether portal. So now this is disabled. So now whenever somebody comes to my base, they will come through the portal that I have down here, which I think means that I'm finally moved in, and I can finally use this base for projects.
So you saw my order.
Yes, I see that you have an order here for the Redstone Ranger to make a concrete TNT machine cobble generator. And
yes,
the wooden gear, that seems to be you. And yeah, you have your payment in the chest, which is good. So where do you want this thing?
Okay, I want it over by my base, of course.
Okay.
Because I want to use it for my base. Because I need a lot of concrete. And then the cobblestone is just the, like, added bonus. Climb up the ladder. So, like, for now, I would like it somewhat temporary. And then I want to move it later.
I only build redstone, I do not move redstone.
Well, I'll break it and then pay you another 5 diamond blocks to rebuild it.
I'll take your cash.
So, for now, I'd like it to go probably somewhere here.
Here?
Yeah.
On top of this peninsula thing? Or
yeah, I guess somewhere in this area. But
you gotta give me a spot. Here?
Sure, we'll do it right here.
Right here, got it. Welcome to another new place. So here I have a giant ice path thingy that leads back to my nether area piston bolt thing all the way down there, and I just take a boat back and forth. And here I have a place marked out because this is the closest crimson forest to my base, and it will work out pretty nicely because I'm going to be building a Hoglin farm because Hoglins are the best food source in the game. I've been eating cooked pork chops, but I've been killing these Hoglins manually in the nether, and I think it would be pretty cool to build an automatic version. So I have to give credit where credit is due. I'm going to be using a design by LogicalGeekBoy. I will have a link to his tutorial down in the description, and let's just jump into the time lapse. Just from that little bit of AFKing that I did on that platform, I now have a lot of pork chops. So I will never have to craft food and stuff again. And also I get some leather, but not as much as the pork chops. Pork chops, perfect. So, as I said in the beginning, or before I did this, make sure to check out the video by LogicalGeekBoy. He does a lot of really cool farms, and I totally recommend to go check him out. Yeah, up there is just the AFK platform, and just AFK at this farm for even a little bit, and I get all the food that I will ever need. Otherwise, that is all that I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!